Well, we appreciate the musical beginning to the meeting. You've got to quiet down, or we're going to ask you to leave. Please stop singing immediately so we can start the meeting. You've been warmed. Now you're removed. Sergeants, please remove everybody standing in the aisleway singing and blocking the meeting. Yeah, please, you've been ordered removed. We asked you to stop singing. We can't start our meeting. Also, your voice is a little hoarse today. Usually it's much better, but we could ask you to leave. And sergeants, please remove everybody singing so we can start this meeting. We have important business. Yes, please remove them. They have been ordered removed. Rule 7, Rule 12, rules of basic public decency.
Okay, so Mr. Smith and everybody, we're waiting on you to start the meeting. The president ordered you to be quiet. You didn't, and he ordered you removed.
Everybody now leave. Thank you. All right, final chorus, guys. You're being joined by our men and women in blue to escort you out. You already hit the coda. Start the exit. All righty, start the march. Thank you for singing. You've been ordered removed from the meeting.
Apologies to members of the public that are waiting for our meeting to begin, but we can't possibly do our business until the crowd has stopped chanting.
Now, the meeting started, but these folks are not allowing our meeting to begin. If you could call the roll. We can't conduct business because the music is still going, the chants are still going, and we are being prevented from conducting the city's business and the people's business. You've been asked multiple times to leave.
Again, our apologies. We are being delayed by a handful of people who think they're more important than the 4 million residents of the city. And just for the record, they're continuing to make a lot of noises. They are very slowly leaving, and we still can't conduct our business yet. Okay. I think they're out, Mr. President.
At least we had a little upbeat song to get us started. And if we could now begin the meeting and call the roll.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Good morning. I am absolutely thrilled to be joined by so many incredible, talented individuals that were part of a history-making moment 40 years ago. And it's my incredible honor that, colleagues, that we are commemorating the 40th anniversary of the making of Purple Rain.
But Prince lives in all of us. Thank you all again. Thank you, Prince. Peace and be wild, and keep it funky. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. So I'm going to call a series of names. As I call your name, make your way, please, to the left-hand side of the chambers. You don't need to speak in the order that I call you, but please don't line up until I call you. So I'm going to call Candido, Amanda Cohen, Stacy Cigar Bollinger, fake name Hernandez, fake name Spindler, Harriet Elliott, Jay Richardson, another fake name, Melanie Cohen, and Rachel Brunke.
Hi, Speaker. Well, first off, what name did you sign up under and which items do you want to speak on?
As an illegal immigrant, I do not deserve to have a legal name. I would like to speak on all items and the general public comment.
Okay, so you have
Start
3
with
minutes.
number 12. 佛祖念化一笑，万千佛法微妙，因果不虚，善恶有报，众生拜念佛号，南无阿弥陀佛，福生若梦蹉跎，彼岸花开花彼岸。奈何桥怎渡奈何？一念地狱天堂，一念人心惶惶。断肠人寿愁断肠，两元和鸳鸯泪两行。一念花开花落，一念是非对错。花开正表谁来做？花落又是谁的错？佛啊，你睁眼看那些丑陋嘴脸，恶人在等你恩典，善人却求你赦免。佛啊，我信你，可你到底在哪里？我徒步走了10万里，你却说活在心里。佛说回头是岸，回家却无家可搬。世间有浪子千万，谁强与亲人分散？佛说命由己造，却逃不过这天道。生我何用？没能欢笑灭我不讲狂傲。佛说众生平等，我等了500年整，500年的风霜雪月，500年的寒冷。佛说放下屠刀，成佛便不再是妖。那花果身上烈手焚烧，难道一笔勾销？佛你嫉恶如仇，这尘埃遮你眼眸，恶人出头和恶人苦求，求不来你回头。佛你积德行善，为何不免那一战？多少苍生家毁人散，你到底谁给谁看？佛你不闻不顾，你却设苍生难渡，地狱哪来天堂路？你可知关关相护？佛你喜怒无常，这世间太过迷茫，天惹他，你若不扛，我愿做永世妖王。So I'm gonna move to number item 13. Number item 13. 佛说孰能无过？难道你从来没错？善恶都由你来做，哪还有十恶不赦？佛说万物皆空，可度过春夏秋冬。既然平等与众生，你为何不在五行中？佛你徒有虚名，这天下怎能太平？救苦救难的菩萨，你怎么还不显灵？佛也并非圣贤，未曾贪恋生活钱。佛前于贵3000年，可谓救我不是亲生莲。And then I'm gonna move to item number 15. Number item 15. Transfer, talking about the LAPD Community Safety Partnership Bureau, and then I want to ask our council member, Ms. Hernandez. I really like this program, but I'm very jealous. I envy their district. They are getting this LAPD Community Safety Partnership Program. When I was a kid, I did not get the luxury of having an LAPD mentor. When I was a kid, I do not have a luxury of having those LAPD protection. I do not feel safe enough to walk to the school or walk back to the school, or because I do not have a luxury parents like you that can drive you to school and drive you to work. If other council districts can have this LAPD partnership program for their kids, for their young adult, and I really wish your council district, your kids, all of the teenagers in your district should deserve the equivalent of this LAPD program, because I want to be mentored, I want to be protected, and most important, we do not want to become the next victim for the violent crime. And then I continue to support this LAPD program, and then I support LAPD just in general. I don't want to continue to witness the assault, experience the assault, and report the assault on a regular basis. And then moving on to my general public comment. For my general public comment, continue, Ms. Hernandez. I understand that I do not qualify to be a Latina in your district. That's the reason why you never care about my voice or you never cared about my comments. But again, as a Homo sapien, as a human being, and I believe my life matters equally as your life. My life it matters equally as any single black council member like you care the most. When we were talking about I cannot have my own transportation, so I ride the metro. So if I'm taking the metro, there are people getting stabbed on the metro on a daily basis. If there are people on metro system getting killed, getting shot, getting raped on a regular basis, if homeless people are dying on the metro system on a regular basis, you are not doing anything, I disagree with you, Ms. Hernandez. No matter how much you hate me, I will continue to love you and support you. I will continue to apologize to you.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, Speaker, before you go, Speaker, by the way, that was a very interesting language you were speaking in the first couple of items. Would you mind telling us what it was?
Thank you very much, Mr. City Attorney. I have no idea what is the meaning of your...
Thank you. Thank you. It's okay. Thank you. We don't need you to answer. Thank you. Have a seat. It's fine. Have a seat. Next speaker, please.
Thank you. I want to just say, and you all heard us here today, I'm glad, I'm very proud that we were here. It's not the man It's the mission. We were not against anyone talking about Fleet Week today. It's the mission, not the man. War is not the answer. The back of my shirt is an Albert Einstein quote that says that you cannot simultaneously prepare for and prevent war. Fleet Week represents a massive, massive preparation for war. Our military around the world is not defensive, you guys. It is offensive. We have 800 military bases around the world. We spend $1 trillion a year of our tax dollars on war. We don't have music. We don't have secure students. All these beautiful Purple Rain people here, we're shouting out for peace, not war. Our Navy is right now surrounding China, and we cannot promote that. We are mowing down small islands all over the South China Sea in order to surround them.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
But I'm here today to talk about the alternative to Fleet Week.
Okay.
It is called Peace Week, and we will have tens of events to talk about a week of peace activities at the San Pedro waterfront, resisting the normalization and promotion of war during the U.S. military's LA Fleet Week. We are sponsored by people across the country and in our own neighborhoods. Code Pink San Pedro, Military Families Speak Out, Veterans for Peace, San Pedro Neighbors for Peace and Justice. If you want to join us, please go to codepink.org/events. That's codepink.org/events. We have decorating, flyering, and yes, we are going to join you this evening, Mr. McCosker, at Banning Park to let you know that peace is an option and we need it now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Hi, Speaker. If you'd remind us of your name and what you signed up to speak on.
General public comment. My name's Harriet Elliott.
Great.
This man named Robert Duncan, who's dead, dedicated this book to a Coast Guard who killed himself. That's what most of these electronics of directed energy are about. I talked about directed energy is active denial, and the military admits active denial. They don't admit the voice of God. The two books I've read, they don't admit it. I cannot, my brain is mush. I just took an algebra class, and in the beginning I get like 2 or 3 A's, and then after that I bomb them, everything. And I'm gonna have to make it a joke to the next Abby Tecola and tell him or her, whoever that is, the second or about the third test, my brain is mush. Robert Duncan had the $1 million mind by the amount of Princeton of the schools he went to. His brain is mush. He said that the directed energy has ruined him. Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you, Ms. Richardson. Would you remind us of what you signed up to speak on?
General public comment.
Please go ahead.
This is in regard to Union Rescue Mission, which is a shelter. Unfortunately, Union Rescue Mission is starting to charge most of its people, people that want their services, charging them for their services. There are Mexican people there, black, white, and unfortunately, they're beginning to charge for their services.
Thank you, Ms. Richardson.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
And Mr. Spindler, which items did you sign up for?
I didn't sign up with any name that you announced.
Okay, you have 3 minutes for 2 through 25.
All the items in general comment. Pumpkinhead debilitator. So, number 12? Fuck number 12. Shame on Hugo Soto Stalin. West Miranda Avenue is looking like a shithole. But we're glad the rents are back. Don't worry, Bob. I'm going to get to your list of offensive names soon. Number 13, CD 14, the great one, Kevin Lyon. Yes, he's roaring his way to get this place off the reap. East 7th Street? You should be paying these people to stay in those apartments. What a shithole, Kevin. But at least we're starting in the right direction. Right, Eunice? Right. Then number 11, there we go, Tracy Park.
Mr. Spindler, 11 is not open for public comment.
No,
it's 12 through 25.
Number 14.
You've already done 12. So
It's
if you
on
move on to
CD
13 and
11.
25, please.
CD 11. Ew! Ew! I'm sorry. Number 14, CD 11. The evil Tracy Park. Is that better? That's on topic. Yes. So, as we know, West Green Avenue, a pretty place. And you've been allowing that rent to be held up. But it was the work of the late Mike Bonin that started this. May he rest in peace. Then number 15, the goddamn ghetto of CD8, led by gangster Marquise Harris Dawson for the Sutton Recreation Center. What are we going to do in the ghetto in a goddamn recreation center? We don't need that. We need housing. Turn it into homeless housing. Number 16? Fuck number 16. I don't want to talk about that. Get on. Hurry up. Number 17. The housing at home grant. We don't want this. Tear it down and turn it into an apartment building. For people that are homeless veterans. Number 18, the Tom and Ethel Bradley residence. Yes, named after Tom Bradley. Did you know he was a police officer and went to night school at Southwestern Law School with my uncle? I bet you didn't know that. Oh, the good old days, Kevin, when we could go up in the elevator to the 22nd floor and make deals the right way. And then number 19, the racist, Bob Liebenblield on number 19, the Green River Loop. You shouldn't spend any money in Reseda. It's a shithole, Bob. You know better. And then you're doing it again. Canoga Park, another fucking shithole. Now for general comment. At the meeting yesterday, at the end of the meeting, Bob put up a list of names, very offensive names of city employees. Yes, he called David the Bulldog Heron, Jeff Bacon Double Jacob Burger. So you're saying a Jew is eating pork? What an offensive son of a bitch you are. And then, of course, we have Tracy Wreck in Park. W-R-E-C-K. Are you accusing Tracy Park of being a failure and mocking her in front of the city council? You know, she was harassed before by another council member, right, Bob? Are you harassing Simi again? Well, as you know, and Eunice said it right, add more money to the litigation fund, because I think the city's going to get their fucking ass sued. Finally, fuck the military.
Thank you, Mr. Spindler.
Next speaker.
Hi, Mr. Mars. What did you say?
What does he stand for? What does he stand for?
I don't know.
Excuse me, I'm
but
following
right
the
now,
Mr. Mars,
fashion.
which items would you like to speak to,
I'm
please?
following the fashion expert thing.
No, which items would you like to speak to?
Yes, sir. I want to wish you all a Memorial Day, a wonderful Memorial Day, and
3
family have
minutes
served
for the
this
agenda
country.
items. Please start with the agenda items,
Thank
and then
you,
we'll
sir.
get to
Thank
general
you
public
very much.
comment.
All items and public comment.
Please go ahead. Mr. Spindler, Mr. Mars is trying to speak.
Okay, one moment, please, Mr. Mars. Mr. Spindler
Close
is
that
ordered
now.
removed from the chambers pursuant to Rule 12 for continuing to disrupt
gave
the
him-
meeting. Leave. Leave.
I paid him $40 to
Mr.
shut
Spindler,
up.
leave our meeting. You're disrupting our meeting. Leave right now. You're ordered removed pursuant to Rule 12. I'm ordering Mr. Spindler to be removed immediately. He's disrupting this meeting.
So hold on, Mr. Mars.
Mr. Spindler, take a walk.
$40.
Hold on. Mr. Spindler, you're disrupting the meeting you've been ordered to remove, and you're keeping another member of the public from having his time to speak. Please go quietly. Mr. Spindler, leave. Quietly.
Leave the meeting. Mr. Spindler, leave the meeting.
Some
You are
people can't
ordered
take
removed, and you are continuing to disrupt the meeting after multiple orders to be removed.
So to the
So
public,
the city council will continue to wait for Mr. Spindler to be removed from our council chambers.
so he's still shouting as he leaves, which means that we have
Please hold my time.
We are
holding your time. Please just let us deal with this.
And to the rest of the public, apologies while we get Mr. Spindler out of the building or out of the room so that we can continue our meeting. And Mr. Spindler is still shouting as he leaves, preventing us from doing our business and preventing other members of the public from speaking. And he's still shouting as he leaves. Our apologies. And Mr. Morris, please begin.
Thank you. And all items and public comment. And remember, tomorrow it might be you, sir. So today it's him, and it just depends on where we're standing and what the issues are. Number 15 is about partnerships. And first of all, yesterday as I watched the live and then the replay of the budget hearings, again, this is about public safety, sir, so don't cut me off yet. The partnership between the mayor's office and the city council, I was a little concerned about that. But if we're going to talk about safety public programs, I want to make sure that this city council and the mayor's office are working together. I want to also, to the people who go out and work with the police department and are like Mr. Blinky Rodriguez, I want to apologize to that man for that knucklehead who called in and called him a bad father. You know how hard it is to raise a kid today? You know how hard it is?
You got to bring it to the agenda,
and
Mr.
again,
Morris.
Mr. Rodriguez, thank you for all that you've done for us. I'll move on to public comment.
Okay.
Today, sir, I might be fighting with him. Tomorrow, I might fight with you. But if you love this city and we can agree on taking care of the city, we're going to get along. But this gentleman who I used to admire, he used to have valuable words, and now all he does is use the F word. And I'm tired of paying these people to shut their mouths. And to the guy that calls in, Mr. B.I., or whatever he's called, I'm here whenever you need me. You want my address? I'll give you my address. I'm available. Thank you, and have a nice, wonderful weekend.
Thank you, Mr. Morris. You
Mr.
too.
B, thank you for the great work you're doing up in the 12th District.
Next speaker, please.
All items and general public comment. Good morning, all. In my opinion, I demand a no vote for items 13 if indicted criminal Kern Price, unelected Heather Hutt, and Marquise Dawson are allowed to vote because they do not represent the public. In my opinion, I demand a no vote for item 14, communication from the LA Housing Department and resolution related to property at 12326 West Green Avenue. If indicted criminal Kern Price, unelected Heather Hutt, and sleazy Marquise Dawson are allowed to vote because they do not represent the public. In my opinion, I demand a no vote for item number 16, communication from the City Administrative Office related to authorizing Bureau of Sanitation. If indicted criminal Kern Price, unelected Heather Hutt, and sleazy Marquise Dawson are allowed to vote because they do not represent the public. General public comment.
Please go ahead.
Here we go again. Nuri Martinez did say, you will be suspended from this council. And this is basically because what's happening with dictator Paul Krikorian. He has indicted out on bail embezzling criminal Kern Price, voting daily on this sleazy council. Public, this is the black representation we have with 20% of the sleazy council. Again, black women are only 4.3% of the population, but 22% of female rape, 36% of female assault, 33% of female homicide, 33% of all female violence. Nearly 50% of the homeless, 50% of the incarcerated, and 50% of the unemployed. The black community has zero representation from these incompetent, corrupt, sellout, self-serving, indicted black Uncle Tom members of the corrupt city council. This has got to change.
Next caller, please.
Yeah, hi. DanielGus.substack.com, general public comment.
Sure.
Yeah, hi. DanielGus.substack.com. So you have a planned mass kill at LA Animal Services. Where's Unisys Hernandez? Where's the mayor out in the media? Your general manager approved the mass kill, and I have proof of it, and then she lied to the public, said, I didn't know about this. Your general manager of Animal Services, Stacey Daines, where is the mayor? Where is she getting the mayor out to tell people you're going to kill hundreds of animals? Where is the money for spay-neuter? Do you understand that the more money you put into spay-neuter, the lower the budget expenses will be at Animal Services? And so why is this going on? I thought you don't kill for space. That's what Stacey Daines is telling the public. We only euthanize. We don't kill for space. But that's what you're doing. So where are you, Mayor Bass? Where are you encouraging people to spay and neuter and adopt? Because you have a mass kill plan by...
Thank you. We'll take 2 more callers.
Okay, special request, don't interrupt because it's very complicated, okay? I appreciate that. I know you're going to have a closed session on Mei Ling. Mei Ling was 57 years old in 2011 when she filed her lawsuit for a North Hollywood place that had promised the CRLA that they would make it accessible to people who travel in a wheelchair, who are disabled. Paul Krikorian got elected, and for a decade, they went into the back room and told Mei Ling to go fuck off until she finally prevailed and a federal lawsuit came and the city came up with $3.1 million. Just shameful. Now it's back on the agenda, so I don't know exactly why. I am delighted to see the EPA down there, and I want to thank Blumenfield and FEMA, both. FEMA, Blumenfield's obsession, and Blumenfield, both. Just I don't want to leave anyone out. And thank you about Valley Pride, San Fernando Valley Pride rally. And, when you put March out there, I don't know, I guess it is a march, but it should be, I think someone needs to wordsmith these things a little bit. We want to celebrate, not turn it into like a weird thing. I agree with the prior speaker that it is nice to recognize Africa Day, but to light up City Hall is an odd choice. I mean, I know that we have limited, listen, the 30 by 30 conservation campaign about open space conservation, I can't tell if anybody's in the room anymore, but I know that Nithya Raman believes in her heart that open space is a good thing, that we have a limited amount of open space. And I know that Yaroslavsky is also likes to talk the talk. We were all deeply moved at yesterday's bureaucratic shove back to the Public Works Group for the protected tree ordinance. But is there any way that you can step forward and halt the massacre of the trees at Weddington, our beloved golf course? And also, why knock down a perfectly nice little rec center to put up a giant...
Can you move on to the next item, Mr. Previn?
Well, the preferential parking district from CD10 is my understanding that's hot during an election time, but you can't talk about it, right? She's setting up ways for people to beat the system during an election time, but we can't talk about it, so I'll skip that. Now, the polyfluoroalkylic substances, or PFAS, known as the green turf, the plastic that gets in the plastic turf and gets into the water, being put into where we have a lawn now at golf course. I'd like that to be looked at. I'd like to put a halt on the Harvard Westlake thing. Now, going back to Workaday software. Workday this is one of the greatest humiliations that the city has ever faced. This is a software system for paying the many city employees who we've just jacked their rates up, thereby enduring a $400 million deficit. Good job, by the way, Blumenfield, at cleverly and innocuously knocking the public comment down by almost 400%.
You can go into general, Mr. Previn.
I'm not done yet. Is it time for general?
Yes.
What can one say generally, other than as we head into Memorial Day and the rest of Fleet Week? What a great celebration of oneself for the council to focus on. As the council heads off into the week, think about all of your self-involved, fatuous activities where you surround yourselves by honorable people rather than facing music, which are the things that I brought up through the lines a few minutes ago. We have significant problems, and if Unisys Hernandez is going to stand in front of America in public and say, let's cut these public meetings down because we don't need to hear from these nasty people, I would say resign. I mean, honestly, you know I'm a big supporter. You know where I'm from and what I do. To say those kinds of things out loud is like really hurts the people of Los Angeles. And I don't know what to say. It's enough already. It's time to allow
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
All right, our final caller.